What is retirement age? Most of us have been taught that retirement age is 65, right? I'll talk about why that is in a moment, but if you are 40, 50, 60, 70 years old and up and still working, you might be thinking, is it too late to invest for retirement? Or in other words, is it too late to become financially free? Part of the reason I'm so passionate about what I do is that I have lived through some people's worst nightmares financially. And I'm here to help others avoid some of the terrible and painful mistakes that I've made. And if you faced financial challenges in your own life, I can show you how you can recover and rebuild. And in case we're meeting for the first time, I'm Penelope Jane Smith. And in my late 20s, I thought I had it made. In just 4 years, I had taken $10,000 of my own money and turned it into over $6 million in real estate. And I was on track to retire by the time I was 31. Then the real estate market crashed and everything changed in what felt like overnight. My credit was ruined, I lost my beautiful home to foreclosure, and I struggled and struggled and struggled to make ends meet, but I eventually was forced to declare bankruptcy. In fact, I made another video where I break down the biggest mistakes I made that led to me losing $6 million in real estate, what I learned and what I would do differently if I knew then what I know now. So if you want to learn from my mistakes so you don't have to make them yourself, and you want to save yourself time, money, stress, pain, and heartache, and be successful when it comes to money and investing, especially real estate investing, check the link in the description for that video. But people often ask me, Penelope, you had to start over in your 30s. What about people in their 50s, 60s, 70s, and up? What if I'm worried that I'm not going to have enough money for the future? Is it too late to invest for retirement? Is it too late to become financially free? The short answer is no, it's not too late. So in this video, I'm going to share about how you can become financially free starting from wherever you are right now. And I will share real world case studies and examples that you'll find really inspiring and get your own creative juices flowing for how you can accelerate your path to financial freedom. If you find this video helpful, please tap the like button for the YouTube algorithm. When you like my videos and leave comments, YouTube figures, oh, this is good and interesting, and maybe I should show this video to other people too. So if a video gets enough engagement, YouTube shows it to a few more people. And if they like it, YouTube shows it to a few more people. And this is ultimately how I grow my channel and reach more people with my message. So I can then turn around and create more great content for you. And in this case, helping reach more people with this video so they can become financially free. So if you take a moment to tap the like button, I'd really appreciate it. Now, let's dive in. Like I said, most of us have been taught that retirement age is 65, right? Where did that come from? It came from the Social Security Act in 1935. The idea was that the US government would set up a financial safety net for retired employees. At the time, the average life expectancy was around 60. So the Social Security Act decided that 65 would be the normal retirement age. That way, most people wouldn't live long enough for the Social Security benefits to kick in. And the people who made it to 65 wouldn't need those benefits for very long. Of course, now that people are living longer, the Social Security system is breaking down. And we're still left with this idea that retirement age is 65. But actually, retirement isn't an age, it's a number. And instead of using the term retirement, I prefer the term financial freedom because not only does it have nothing to do with your age, the term financial freedom comes with a whole different feeling and energy than the word retirement. Most of the people I work with love what they do and they're super passionate about making a positive difference in the world. So the traditional idea of retirement, where you either hang out on a beach somewhere or stay home watching TV, doesn't sound that appealing. But what if you didn't want to work so hard forever? Or what if something happened and you couldn't keep working? Wouldn't it be nice to still have more than enough income coming in to pay your bills and support your lifestyle? That's financial freedom, which means being totally at choice with what you do with your precious time and energy, because finances are handled. And that can happen at any age. Some people become financially free at 20, others at 80, older, younger, everything in between, and some people never get there at all. So how do you become financially free? What is the number I'm talking about? It's the relationship between your passive income and your expenses. When your passive income is more than your expenses, you are financially free. What is passive income? Well, passive income is income that comes in whether you're working, sleeping, or playing. As Warren Buffett said, if you don't find a way to make money while you sleep, you'll work until you die. What happens if you don't want to work until you die? And what happens if you can't work until you die? That's why passive income is so important. The American Internal Revenue Service defines passive income as income from trade or business activities in which you do not materially participate. Some examples of passive income are rental income from real estate, earnings from a business that doesn't require your direct involvement or participation from the owner. It could be royalties from publishing a book or even from licensing your intellectual property. Maybe earnings from internet advertisements on your websites, dividends and interest on private mortgages, income from vending machines that you own, income from an online business that you've put on autopilot. There's so many ways to do it. Now, how much passive income do you need to be financially free? Enough to cover your expenses, right? So the first step in becoming financially free, starting from wherever you are right now, is to get clear on how much passive income you really need to support your lifestyle. You might want to track your spending to see how much it actually costs to be you. You might be surprised. And you might want to create 3 versions of your financial freedom lifestyle: basic, comfortable, and luxurious. Because if you only focus on the most luxurious version of your financial freedom lifestyle, where you own 12 vacation homes and your own private island and several Ferraris, the goal might feel so big that you don't actually get to work on it. But if you only focus on the most basic version, you might not feel inspired enough. In Your Money or Your Life by Vicki Robin and Joe Dominguez, there is a chart I love that shows the relationship between money and happiness or fulfillment. The peak of this fulfillment curve is at enough and then some. That is the maximum happiness as it relates to money. Obviously, the lower you can keep your expenses, the easier it is to become financially free. But you can only go so far before this gets depressing. So figure out what enough and then some looks like for you personally. Now, how do you know when you have enough money to retire? When your passive income is more than your expenses. So how do you get more passive income? There are 2 main types of passive income. The first type is where you have some money to invest and you buy an asset. You buy something that gives you passive income. You might buy a duplex that you can rent out and get rental income. Or you might buy stocks or index funds or gold or cryptocurrency and withdraw a certain percentage as passive income after that. Now, one passive income misconception is that passive income has to come to you as a regular check in the mail or direct deposit into your account. I had a couple of clients share that they didn't like stocks or index funds because they didn't generate passive income. They just increased in value. Well, that increase in value, that growth, still counts as passive income. That's still your money going out and making you more money. If you have money to invest, then the next step is to find assets that work for your situation and risk tolerance. You might need to increase your financial education so you're not investing in something that you don't understand and putting your hard-earned money at risk. Then what if you don't have a bunch of money to invest? How do you create passive income streams with little money or no money? How do you create passive income with no money down? The second type of passive income comes from creating your own asset or passive income streams with little or even no money. For example, you might start an e-commerce business where you're selling products that you don't have to physically stock. You set up an online store with a drop shipping service, so when you sell something, a fulfillment center ships it to your customer for you, and you don't have to deal with inventory, shipping, delivery. If you can set up a solid marketing system that doesn't take a lot of your time, woo, this can be an awesome, mostly passive income stream. You might become an affiliate of someone else's business. One of my friends refers all of her clients to Kartra, which is a wonderful all-in-one marketing platform to run your online business. Once someone signs up for Kartra, they're unlikely to cancel, and my friend receives ongoing affiliate commissions month after month, year after year, cha-ching, cha-ching, cha-ching. Or you might start a YouTube channel and ask people to like and comment on your videos. Hint, hint. So the almighty YouTube algorithm will smile upon you and show your videos to a new audience who will also like and comment on your videos until one beautiful, magical day, you'll have over 1,000 awesome subscribers and rack up 4,000 hours of watch time in a 12-month period, and your channel will finally be eligible for monetization, which means that you can earn money from ad revenue. So if you have money to invest, you'll probably be able to generate passive income more quickly than someone that doesn't. If you don't have money to invest, then you have to be willing to contribute time, energy, skills, resources, creativity, or all of the above. But you can still absolutely do it. Now, let's circle back and talk about age for a second as it relates to wealth building and creating financial freedom. If you are younger, it's nice that you have time on your side because it's easier to get the power of compound interest working for you. On the other hand, if you're older, more experienced, you have experience, skills, knowledge, connections, and credibility on your side, all of which you can turn into a lot of money, sometimes very quickly. Here are a few stories for inspiration. Julia Child was a CIA intelligence officer. She didn't even learn to cook until she was almost 40, and she didn't launch her popular show until she was 50. Colonel Sanders started Kentucky Fried Chicken when he was 62 years old. And the American folk artist, Anna Marie Robertson, or Grandma Moses, didn't start painting until she was 78. For most of her life, she worked on a farm and she practiced embroidery as a hobby. When her arthritis made it too challenging to hold a needle, she started working with a paintbrush instead. So wherever you are, the time to start investing is now, now, now. The power of compound interest compels you. The best time to plant a tree was 20 years ago, and the next best time is today. If you'd like my support and guidance on your financial freedom journey, the single best financial education resource I can give you is our Financial Freedom 101 online 3-day event. Because in just 3 days, you will get the money skills, tools, and systems you need to become financially secure for the rest of your life. So click the link in the description or go to financialfreedom101online.com to get all the details and claim your ticket if it's a fit and we haven't sold out. We've had thousands of entrepreneurs from all over the world attend this event, and a lot of them have shared that this event was a financial turning point in their lives. And if you're already registered for Financial Freedom 101, I'm excited to see you there. Thank you for watching and happy investing.